What's good, y'all? Back with another one. I gotta chalk out these videos this week because we got the Crawford Porter fight. Then we got some big NBA games we gotta talk about. Plus football. Like, it's a lot of shit to talk about. But I'm gonna get on my prediction for Crawford versus Porter. My prediction is that Crawford wins 12 rounds. 12 round. Unanimous decision. I think the fight's gonna be very, very close, very competitive. Like, you feel me? Crawford, from what I've been seeing with Crawford in his last three fights, Crawford has not used his legs in the last three fights that he normally did when he was at 140 because I don't know what it is. I think the extra weight has put I think the extra weight has put a little bit more strain on his legs, so he doesn't use them as much. So how should I explain this? It's like basketball. When you have that extra weight, it puts more stress on your knees, so you're not as agile or as athletic as you once was. And right now, the last three fights, that's what I've been seeing from Crawford. Absolutely, he's getting the stoppages. He's winning fights. I'm not knocking that part. But Prime Crawford is a supreme boxing genius. That's what he is when he's in his prime. Right now, the Crawford that I've been seeing lately has been getting hit more than I've ever seen and going tit for tat. I don't really like that kind of style for him because that style is not going to work against the elite top 147 fighters. So, in my opinion, I think Crawford needs to lose a little bit lean muscle and just start to use his legs more so he can box, because he can't go into a back and forth like tit for tat with Sean Porter, because Sean Porter uses that to his advantages. That's his type of fight. He's going to want Bud to engage and get into a dog fight and a pit bull fight. So that's what the hell he wants. Crawford, if he boxes his old self, like use his legs, use his angles, use his jab, catch Sean coming in with his head first, get him like an uppercut or the left. He can box Sean Porter's head off and win easy, real fucking easy. But if he doesn't, this is going to be a fucking war all the way into the end. I don't think he stops Sean Porter. I don't see that happening. But if he does, then that sends a message to the rest of the 147 division that, yeah, he's the fucking goods. Even though, me personally, I think Bud is very much the goods. He's everything that I always thought he was. It's just that I'm starting to see some slippage, and I'm just being completely honest. Like, Crawford's one of my favorite fighters. I love watching that guy fight, but I'm not going to sit right here and pretend that he's bulletproof, because he's been slipping the last few fights. Even though he stopped Kell Brook and everybody was happy about it, his fans or whatever or whatnot, I absolutely hated the way he was in that fight. He looked sluggish in that fight. He didn't see Kell Brook's jab coming. And honestly, like, he was sloppy in that fight. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't like the way he fought Kell Brook. And even me as a Crawford fan, I had Brook up in that fight up until he stopped Brook. Like, I thought Brook was handling him with that jab, and I didn't like that shit, man. I didn't like the way Crawford was fighting in that fight. I think Crawford needs to get back to the basics for this Porter fight, because Sean Porter is a lot stronger now than he was before when he fought Kell Brook, and his chin is way more fucking tested, because Porter has been knocked down, but he's always gotten right back up and he finishes fights. But my whole thing is, though, Porter has got to make this a street fight. He's got to make it ugly, because if he tries to go in there and outbox Porter, he's going to look like he did against Ugas. Because my opinion, Ugas won that fight. Ugas boxed his fucking head off when Porter tried to box him. But then when he fought Spence, he went back to his old style and he gave Spence a fight. I thought Spence won comfortably, but Porter gave Spence all he could handle and then some. So I'm expecting him to give Crawford a hell of a fight. But my whole thing is this fight, the determining factor in this fight is going to be Bud. What is Bud's strategy? That's the real key to this fight. If Bud comes out using his legs, using his angles, using his jab, his left hand and right hand, his ability to switch hit, he can make it an easy night and box Porter's heads off. But if he tries to get into a street fight with Porter, that's where the fight's going to be a lot closer, and then you're going to be putting it in the judge's hands. And I don't trust Top Rank. I'm just keeping it real. I don't trust Top Rank to do the right thing and give Bud the decision, because potentially this is his last fight on Top Rank, and Bob wants to keep that belt. He wants to keep that belt in-house for Josh Taylor when he moves up to 147. So I don't trust Bob Arum as far as I could fucking throw him. Because even his last fight against Kell Brook, I saw the scorecards. Kell Brook was up all 3 rounds. So they were going to rob Bud if he didn't stop him. He might have to be in the same situation tonight, on Saturday, that he's going to have to go out guns blazing to stop Sean Porter. I just don't see it happening, but I still give him the clear edge because he's the superior fighter. But y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.